لیتے ہیں غوث قطب و قلندر علی کا نام، فرتے ادب سے سارے فرشتے بھی جھک گئے، میں نے لیا جو قبر کے اندر علی کا نام۔ طاقت سمیٹی دنیا نے خیبر بنا دیا، پھر کیا کیا خدا نے حیدر بنا دیا، پھر کیا کیا خدا نے حیدر بنا دیا۔ بنت اسد چلی جو سوئے خانہ خدا، کعبے نے ان کو دیکھتے ہی در بنا دیا، کعبے نے ان کو دیکھتے ہی در بنا دیا۔ کیا چیز ہے یہ بغض علی سوچتا ہوں میں، اس نے تو کلمہ گویوں کو کافر بنا دیا۔ اڑتا ہے آسمانوں میں جبریل کی طرح مولا، اڑتا ہے آسمانوں میں جبریل کی طرح، عشق علی نے جس کو قلندر بنا دیا۔ جو دشمن علی کو کرے درمیان سے چار، پہلے ہی سے خدا نے وہ پتھر بنا دیا۔ ہجرت کی ایک رات میں کچھ بھی ہوا مگر، پوچھو علی کو کس نے پیغمبر بنا دیا۔
یہ تھے یحییٰ جو آپ کے سامنے کلام پیش کر رہے تھے۔ علی کا ذکر جو آئے اگر مگر مت کر، علی کا ذکر جو آئے اگر مگر مت کر، ہوا کے دوش پہ دریاؤں کا سفر مت کر، ابھی بھی وقت ہے خود کو سنبھال لے مفتی، ابھی بھی وقت ہے خود کو سنبھال لے مفتی، علی کو مان زیادہ بکر بکر مت کر۔ اور جناب فاطمہ کے لب جسے سرتاج کہتے ہیں، جناب فاطمہ کے لب جسے سرتاج کہتے ہیں، وہ گزرا کل نہیں اس کو ہمیشہ آج کہتے ہیں۔ جہاں اپنے علی و فاطمہ کی بات کہہ پائیں، جہاں اپنے علی و فاطمہ کی بات کہہ پائیں، حقیقت کی لغت میں ہم اسے معراج کہتے ہیں۔ اب اس کے ساتھ ہی میں دعوت کلام دوں گا موسیٰ کو، مائک پر تشریف لائیں۔ برائے خوشنودی امام زمانہ بلند تر سلوات۔
بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات۔ چند اشعار جناب شمس بریز کے لیے ایک اور بلند ترین صلوات۔ تیرا رجب ہو اور کوئی فیصلہ نہ ہو، تیرا رجب ہو اور کوئی فیصلہ نہ ہو، ممکن نہیں کسی کا مقدر بنانا ہو، میرے سمجھنا محال ہے، کا کبھی ترجمہ نہ ہو. مرحب کی مائیں کہتی تھی ممکن نہیں کبھی. مرحب کی مائیں کہتی تھی ممکن نہیں کبھی. جو سامنے علی کے گیا ہو مرا نہ ہو. تیرا رجب ہو اور کوئی فیصلہ نہ ہو. بر محمد وعلی محمد صلوات. چند اشعار جناب سکتے جعفر کے لکھے ہوئے ایک اور بلندترین صلوات. اللہم صلی علی محمد. آج خانہ حق میں بو تراب آتے ہیں. آج خانہ حق میں بو تراب آتے ہیں. خوش ہیں جن و انس و ملک اور ترانے گاتے ہیں. مظہر العجائب کا ہے ظہور دنیا میں. مظہر العجائب کا ہے ظہور دنیا میں. جو خدائی اور خدا سب کے کام آتے ہیں. جان مرتضیٰ سے نبی کر رہے ہیں کیا باتیں. کھولتے نہیں آنکھیں اور مسکراتے ہیں. کیوں ملے شب ہجرات مصطفیٰ کے نقش قدم. جب کہ راہ میں جبریل اپنے پر بچھاتے ہیں. جب کہ راہ میں جبریل اپنے پر بچھاتے ہیں. حکم رب سے خیبر میں دے دیا رجل کو علم. حکم رب سے خیبر میں دے دیا رجل کو علم. جو رجل نہیں ہے کیوں پیچ تاب کھاتے ہیں. ذل شیرہ و ہجرات یا غدیر و خیبر ہو. ہر جگہ علی کو نبی جانشیں بناتے ہیں. ہر جگہ علی کو نبی جانشیں بناتے ہیں. شیخ بھاگ دوڑ ایسے کر رہے ہیں خیبر میں. شیخ بھاگ دوڑ ایسے کر رہے ہیں خیبر میں. جھنڈا لے کے جاتے ہیں بانس لے کے آتے ہیں. جھنڈا لے کے جاتے ہیں بانس لے کے آتے ہیں شیخ جی بھروسہ کیا آپ پر کرے کوئی آپ کہتے ہیں باقین اور بھول جاتے ہیں آج خانہ حق میں بھوت راب آتے ہیں خوش ہیں جن و انس و ملک اور ترانے گاتے ہیں بر محمد و آل محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم.
یہ تھے موسیٰ جو آپ کے سامنے کلام پیش کر رہے تھے. انجام کیا چھپے گا جب آغاز کھل گیا, انجام کیا چھپے گا جب آغاز کھل گیا, لشکر میں کون کتنا ہے جاباز کھل گیا. اور دو دن گئی تھی فوج مسلمہ علی سے لے کے قبر, 2 دن گئی تھی فوج مسلمہ علی سے قبر, خیبر کا در تو کھل گیا کیا کھل نہ سکا راز کھل گیا. اس کے ساتھ ہی برائے خوشنوی امام زمانہ بلندتر سروار. گلشن ایما کو مرجھایا چمن کہنے لگے, گلشن ایما کو مرجھایا چمن کہنے لگے, بیاہ کے جوڑے کو حسرت کا کفن کہنے لگے. اور دیکھ کر پرچم جھری کا جب سے ٹوٹا ہے نکاح, دیکھ کر پرچم جھری کا جب سے ٹوٹا ہے نکاح, شیخ جی اس دن سے بیوی کو بہن کہنے لگے. نعرہ حیدری. اب اس کے ہاتھی میں دعوت کلام دوں گا, حسن کو کہ مائک پر تشریف لائیں برائے خوشنودی امام زمانہ بلندتر سروار.
السلام علیکم. آپ سب کو عید ولادت جناب امیر المؤمنین علی ابن ابی طالب بہت بہت مبارک ہو. ہم اسی کے ساتھ جو ہے وقت کے امام کو مبارکباد دیتے ہیں. ایک جاگتی ہوئی صلوات پڑھتے ہیں. اللہم صل علی محمد و آل محمد. ایک کلام کے چند اشعار پیش ہیں. سرخ رو حق ہوا سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ تیرا. سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ تیرا. گھر میں اللہ کے جس دم میرا مولا اترا. گھر میں اللہ کے جس دم میرا مولا اترا. سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ تیرا. اپنا گھر سونپ کے ہے دیکھو یہ خالق نے کہا. اپنا گھر سونپ کے ہے دیکھو یہ خالق نے کہا. ارے کچھ تو عمران کے احسان کا بدلہ اترا. سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ تیرا. اور رات بھر اپنے مکانوں کو سجاتے رہے لوگ. رات بھر اپنے مکانوں کو سجاتے رہے لوگ، پر در پہ حیدر کے مگیا کے ستارہ اترا، سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ اترا، اور دیکھنے والوں نے دیکھا تھا وہاں نور علی، اور دیکھنے والوں نے دیکھا تھا وہاں نور علی، جب عزادار کا تربت میں جنازہ اترا، سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ اترا، اور موت کے بعد بھی توصیف علی جاری ہے، موت کے بعد بھی توصیف علی جاری ہے، جب تلک دار سے میسوں کا نلاشا اترا، سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ اترا، اور یہ آخری شعر پیش ہے، ذوالفقار اسد اللہ اٹھانے کا تھا شوق، ذوالفقار اسد اللہ اٹھانے کا تھا شوق، کتنے اصحاب کا اس شوق میں شانہ اترا، سرخ رو حق ہوا کفر کا چہرہ اترا، سلام
یہ تھے حسن جو آپ کے سامنے کلام پیش کر رہے تھے۔ طلوع شمس امامت سے ہوا ہے کعبے سے، طلوع شمس امامت ہوا ہے کعبے سے، نبی کو قوت بازو ملا ہے کعبے سے، وہ ایک نور جو دو ٹکڑوں میں رہا تقسیم، وہ ایک نور جو دو ٹکڑوں میں رہا تقسیم، وہ آج ہو کے مکمل چلا ہے کعبے سے، اور یہیں سے آپ کا آخر بھی آئے گا عمران، یہیں سے آپ کا آخر بھی آئے گا عمران، ابھی تو پہلا پسر آ رہا ہے کعبے سے، اور نبی کی گود میں آئے علی تو ایسا لگا، نبی کی گود میں آئے علی تو ایسا لگا، کلام پاک کو نقطہ ملا ہے کعبے سے۔ اب اس کے بعد میں گزارش کروں گا ڈاکٹر فرحان سے کہ وہ مائک پر تشریف لائیں، آپ لوگوں سے کچھ کہنا چاہتے ہیں بر محمد وآل محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم۔
السلام علیکم، موسیٰ سیٹنگ اپ، تو جس طرح ای میلز آئے ہیں JIC سینٹر سے بھی اور ہمارے سینٹر سے بھی آپ کی طرف، یہ کرونا وائرس کا جو سچویشن ہے، it's not a panic situation, but it is definitely something to keep educating us about. So we are going to do a small presentation. Dr. Muhammad Ali Merchant actually prepared it, but he is sick right now. Some doctors in his hospital got sick with the flu, not coronavirus, so he has taken precautions not to come today. So, abhi presentation shuru hoti hai. The statistics or facts that I will present are based on what the numbers are today. The numbers will be changing very soon in America. because testing is going to spread out a lot more. At this point, testing is only occurring at state facilities, and soon they will be giving out testing kits to private facilities like LabCorp and Quest, and your doctor will be able to order a testing for this. And when that occurs, it will raise the numbers in this country. Okay. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, at the end of the day, this is one of those things that tests us. And the Quran has said that surely we will test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. So we have to just take precautions. We can't just expect to say Bismillah and keep doing everything the same way. God will protect us if we protect ourselves. It is a virus. It cannot be treated with antibiotics. So just because you have the flu or cold, don't keep going out and trying to get antibiotics and keep taking them. That is not going to help you. It's only going to cause some other negative effects to happen with extra antibiotics. It started out in, as we know, in China, in the Wuhan province. It started out in November. They didn't tell us about it publicly till December 31st. It seems like it's associated with the food market that they have, in which they pretty much eat anything. Right now, it's considered possibly through bats or bat soup, but it's not confirmed. There are lots of rumors about other things, like there's other testing facilities nearby and stuff. It doesn't change the fact that they informed the world on December 31st, and they took pretty strict measures. Very few countries would have been able to do that. It's China, because that's why they were able to shut down their cities of millions. I don't think America would have done that in the first day. It is the same family of virus, coronavirus, that started the SARS epidemic in 2004 and the MERS epidemic in 2012. SARS is found in certain kind of cats, and MERS is in camels, and that's the Middle Eastern virus. So at some point this was happening in the Middle East, this kind of virus, and people were taking precautions when they were traveling there. At this point, a little over 100,000 people have been infected. It has spread to 78 countries. In the US, 400 people are confirmed diagnosed right now, and as of today, 17 deaths have occurred. Most of those deaths are in people who have elderly, and there's nothing against them, but just like when you age, your muscles, bone, everything else slows down, your immune system slows down also. So whether we draw the line at 60, 75, 80, immune systems are starting to get compromised just because of age. And next you throw in heart disease, pulmonary disease, kidney disease, anything else chronic, immune suppressive therapy, cancers, all of that makes people more prone to it. So, sorry, my phone shut down. So right now the people who have to take precautions are anyone definitely 75 or 80 years older, extra, pregnant women, and young children. I don't think they've put an age to it, but under 6 is definitely considered young in our medical field, maybe even under 10. So far. And these statistics are based mainly on China, because that's where the majority of the data is coming from. It affects adults more than kids. It affects males more than females. And the reason they think because of that is in most of them, once again, are in China. Chinese men smoke a lot more than females. It's probably true for many countries, but they're heavy smokers. And thus their lungs are probably a little more compromised by the time they get the virus. Older than 60, diabetic, lung conditions like asthma, emphysema, pulmonary fibrosis, COPD, things like that can make you more prone. If you have any ongoing chemotherapy, cancer treatments, rheumatoid arthritis, anything for which you're taking immunosuppressive therapy, you should be taking extra precautions. At this point, the recommendation is stay away from major group events. And so far, California has declared an emergency, and New York has declared an emergency in terms of states in America. And what that means is, at any time, they can cancel group gatherings. I mean, in Orlando already, there was supposed to be a state science fair my son was going to be part of. That got canceled. It's happening in middle of March, and they've already just canceled it. Trump has canceled his Orlando rally also. So even though there's no cases in Orlando, people are preemptively canceling all sorts of events happening. You should not travel unless it's absolutely necessary. Countries like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, we don't have high numbers coming out. And the thought is, this is because the health systems are very weak. They're not properly testing, they're not properly reporting. And thus, it's not be showing up on the radar. It's there. Definitely in Pakistan, it's there. There's a lot of economy and businesses being done with China right now. It is definitely spread. We have to remember, this is less threatening right now than the flu and the cold season that we get. Flu kills a lot more people, but it's become endemic in our communities. So we basically say, okay, it's the flu season, get a flu shot and keep on going. If we get a cold, okay, we had a flu, and we keep living it. And maybe that's what's going to become of the coronavirus in the future. But here and now, it's new, there's no vaccine against it. And 80% of the people will feel only benign symptoms. So that is why, people are taking precautions to try to limit it, but at the same time, there's no reason to panic about it. And I think a lot of times it's just being reported as a flu or situation in these countries. I mean, a lot more people die of malaria in these countries. So quarantine, 14-day quarantine. What is the number 14-day coming from? There's no hard statistics, but what it is they're saying that incubation period, once you get exposed to it, how long before you can show symptoms? Most people will show symptoms within 4 to 5 days. You catch a cold, you shake my hand, I have a cold, you're going to get the cold, and you're going to start sniffling and sneezing within 4 to 5 days. But because this is, a lot of people are asymptomatic for a long time, they're thinking 14-day is the thing. If you don't show symptoms for 14 days, you can feel comfortable interacting with crowds and your family itself. In America, right now, a lot of this is being done voluntarily. At some point, they will force the issue also, but right now it's voluntarily. How does it present? Most people won't even know they have it. It'll present like a little bit of a runny nose, mild symptoms, a cough. Sometimes you can get the typical cold symptoms or flu symptoms like headache, nausea, vomiting, little diarrhea. If it gets worse in the major symptoms and you're not able to keep food down, or you're coughing and fevers are rising, then that's when you need to definitely, as always, go to your doctor. If you have any travel history, then obviously that will prompt them to potentially test you for it. Iran, a lot of our families are going that direction and stuff. They've started shutting down harams and everything. Same's happening in Iraq. Saudi Arabia has shut down the inner circle of the Kaaba, although the outer circle is going. So all the countries that can take precautions are doing it. Umrah has been cancelled by many countries, although I still hear that people from America are still going because it's not listed as one of the high-risk countries. Try to maintain a distance, so precautions you can take. Try to maintain a distance of 3 feet, about a meter. That is the average distance that droplets can travel, and you will get it from a droplet from someone who is sick. The droplets similarly can be on a surface, on a handshake, because we, as a habit, touch our face, touch our nose, touch our ears, and we can pass it on to someone else. We have to, fortunately or unfortunately, break the habit of shaking hands right now. Our Maulana can address that it's not a requirement in our religion, but it's a tradition that we are hugging each other and shaking hands. You should see the Wuhan shake that's going, in which you touch your shoes instead of, elbow at the most. Even the bump of the hand will pass on the virus. So try not to do that, and I know it will take an effort, but you have to do that. If there is even one confirmed case in the center will shut down. we will have to, because we cannot have one person sick, expose 60 people, those 60 people go to their homes, and this. So I'm just saying, we have to take this precaution, and Florida might force everyone to do that eventually, but if a confirmed case happens, we will have to react to it. If you use a tissue, don't reuse it, don't put it away, get rid of it right away. Obviously, cough in your elbow, hand, tissue, but try to wash your hands right away. The biggest precaution you can take is washing hands. More than Lysol, more than Sani wipes or anything like that, washing hands, 20 seconds. I know this is getting silly, but it's been presented in all over the TV and news. 20 seconds of hand washing, get in between the fingers, get at the fingernails, and then rinse your hands off. That will help you more. So I know a lot of these grocery stores are out of Lysol sprays and Sani wipes, but there's plenty of soap sitting around. So the essential item is still there. You have to keep washing your hands as often as you can. This morning we had a webinar with Imamia Medics International. I put some details on it in our JIC broadcast, and we'll send the link of the recording of it. And they had 3-4 doctors from our community presenting a lot of statistics and facts, and it's worth you watching that also at some point. Travel precautions right now. China, Iran, Italy, South Korea are level 3, meaning you absolutely should not be going to those countries, which basically by definition puts in most of the Middle East. And like I said, weak health systems in our countries, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you should avoid that unless it's absolutely necessary at this point. The numbers can change any time. You travel to that country, you come back, you can find yourself in quarantine. Getting on cruise ships, unfortunately, is becoming risky also. Like the one that is off the coast of California. It went from an American location to an American location, Hawaii, and they're not letting them off as American citizens. So it's going to get tricky if you're on a cruise ship. Many cruise ships are, and holiday agencies are letting you defer your travel for 1 year without any charges. Travel insurance does not cover epidemics. So just because you say, hey, I can't travel to Italy, give me my money back, they're not going to give it to you. But you can work it out with them that you can delay your travel for about a year. Our president said something about when the warm weather comes, the virus will go away. There is no statistic to support that fact right now. It may happen just because time will pass and we'll take the precautions and the weather will get warmer. There are people who are pointing out that India, Pakistan and stuff are having less numbers, and it could be because they're hotter areas or they have better immunity. It's possible, but it's not a known statistic. I go to Pakistan, I'll get sick because I don't have the level of immunity that they have. They eat everything, they touch everything, and maybe they do have better immunities than some of us Americans. But it's still not worth the risk bringing it home. Elderly people are the ones that do take care of this. Hand sanitizers, obviously, if you can't wash your hand, is still something you can do. And it's for your own good. If you think you have it because you've traveled, get tested, obviously, is one thing. If you turn out to be positive, they will ask you to tell them what you've done in those few days, and they will try to get in touch with everyone who's contracted, potentially been in touch with you, and then they will try to test them. Isolate yourself from your own family if you need to. It can be a room in the house, but you need to do it in such a way that you cannot pass it on to them, and 14 days is the limit. And that's the basic statistics of it. If there's any quick questions I can answer. Oh, thank you. It's the only red thing I had in the closet. So there's different numbers. Some people are saying a few hours, but there are people who say it's a few weeks. The best that I've read, or the number that keeps repeating, is about a week. It's a droplet that can last on a surface. So that's why you see on videos or TV, people are walking around in South Korea spraying not insecticide, bleach or something on it. And that bleach is a very common thing. You can dilute the bleach being sold for laundry detergent, a small cup for a gallon or something like that, and you can clean surfaces that can be cleaned, like our centers and stuff like that, floors and things. Okay, thank Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We will keep you informed if anything changes. Oh, my father, Syed Irfan Zaidi, has cancelled the Kunde at his house because of this. So I know an email went out saying there's going to be Kunde at his house. My mother wanted to let you all know there is not going to be Kunde at his house at this point. He needs to keep himself safe. It's more about his health and everyone else's health. He's not going to be doing that this year. Thank you.
بآواز بلند صلوات. ولائے محمد ولائے علی ہے، ثنائے محمد ثنائے علی ہے، ہوئے نور کے دونوں ٹکڑے برابر، ادھر علی ہے ادھر ولی ہے، ہوئی جس کو معراج کعبے کے اندر، مہرے نبوت ولائے علی ہے، وہ کارے رسالت کی دشوار راہیں، قدم با قدم آشکار علی ہے، علی کی مدد کو کیا کوئی جانے، ہم سہارا ہمارا علی ہے، محمد والے محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم. نمبر کو بلایا ہوا ہے، آئی نہیں ابھی تک. برائے بزرگی امام زمانہ بلندتر سلوات.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، خاتم النبيين رحمة للعالمين، أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين، واللعنة الدائمة الباقية على أعدائهم أجمعين من ليلنا هذا إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى وتقدس: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويقول الذين كفروا لست مرسلا قل كفى بالله شهيدا بيني وبينكم ومن عنده علم الكتاب. صلوات پر محمد والے. آپ سب کو مولا متقیان کی ولادت بہت بہت مبارک ہو. خداوند عالم کی بارگاہ میں ہم دعا کرتے ہیں انشاءاللہ کہ ماہ رجب کی برکتیں اور آج کی اس شب کی برکت سے ہم دنیا میں مولا کے عشق اور ان کی اطاعت کے ساتھ جئیں اور اسی دولت کے ساتھ دنیا سے اٹھیں اور سعادت دنیا و آخرت سے ہم کنار ہوں. صلوات پر محمد و علی محمد کی برکات. آپ لوگ کافی تھک چکے ہیں ایسا لگتا ہے ہمارے خیال سے. قصیدے بھی ہو گئے ہیں، اسپیچ بھی ہو گئی ہے. کیونکہ ذکر کا جو کانسیپٹ ہے وہ بڑا لارج ہے. اگر ذکر امیر المومنین اور ذکر امام حسین کے ضمن میں اگر کچھ میڈیکل ایڈوائزز دی بھی جا رہی ہیں تو اسی فرش کی برکت ہے. तो ज़िम्मे में शुरू में बिस्मिल्लाह, आखिर में सलवात, वो भी जिक्र में शामिल हो जाता है। आप लोगों की इजाज़त से, चूँकि कुछ ऐसे भी मोमिनीन हैं या मोमिनात भी हो सकती हैं जो बिल्कुल उर्दू नहीं समझते, चंद जुमले मुझे पता है कि इस वक्त जोश हमनुआरा जो रिवायती अंदाज़ है वो मुझे भी आसानी होती है, आपको भी, मगर कुछ चीज़ तकाज़े होते हैं जिनका ख्याल करना पड़ता है। सलवात पढ़ लें मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद। Alhamdulillah, we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to gather this night to celebrate birth anniversary of the master of believers, Mawla al-Muwahhideen, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Qaid al-Ghurr al-Muhajjalin, Ya'sub al-Din, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Indeed, this is an honor for me to speak a little about Amir al-Mu'mineen, and also it is an honor for all of you, for all of us, to gather to celebrate his birth anniversary, and also in general it's the biggest honor for all of us to claim that we are lovers of Amir al-Mu'mineen, we are followers of Amir al-Mu'mineen, and more importantly, we are known as Shi'ayan Ali. Our identity is with the name of Amir al-Mu'mineen. His name is high because he is Ali, and he himself is high, and his followers are high. They are Buland, they are Ali in lower darajat. Please don't misunderstand. So this is an greatest honor, and we can't repay for this special blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amir al-Mu'mineen was born on 13th Rajab 30 Amul Fil in the Kaaba. This is a special privilege from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Amir al-Mu'mineen. Only he was born in the Kaaba. No one was born before him, and no one was born after him, and no one will born in the Kaaba. So this is a special privilege, and no one can imagine or compare anybody with Amir al-Mu'mineen, at least in this quality. So I want to focus on just one point about Amir al-Mu'mineen, and then inshallah I will continue in Urdu. That what is the impact of Wilayat Amir al-Mu'mineen? What is the athar and benefit of real love of Amir al-Mu'mineen, mawaddat of Amir al-Mu'mineen? To love, to obey, to love and to follow Amir al-Mu'mineen, and in official term, what is the impact and benefit of Amir al-Mu'mineen? What is the benefit of Wilayat Amir al-Mu'mineen? The literary meaning of Wilayat is to seek guardianship. He is our Maula, he is the best Maula. As he says when he addresses Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his famous munajat, Kafa bi izzan an akuna laka abda. Oh my Lord, this is my greatest honor that I am your servant. So we say same thing when we address Amir al-Mu'mineen, O Mawla Amir al-Mu'mineen, this is our greatest honor that we are followers and servants of you, and this is the biggest and greatest fakhr and pride for all of us that you are our Mawla. You are our master. So what is the impact of Wilayat? If we get the real concept of Wilayat, and if we reach the point of being under guardianship of Amir al-Mu'mineen, under his Wilayat, will achieve everything. Will reach to complete success. His Wilayat is the perfection. If we receive and if we get the wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen, we'll get the perfection and kamal. We'll receive the endless happiness, sa'adat abadi, absolute success, eternal success. And if we capable of following Amir al-Mu'mineen, and if we are able to stay in the path of Amir al-Mu'mineen, and if we considered really as a lover and follower of Amir al-Mu'mineen, then we'll get the benefits of all messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tonight we want to look at the face of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I want to refer to one of the famous hadith, one of the famous saying of Holy Prophet of Islam, which is narrated by Shia ulama and also by Ahl Sunnah scholars. So my concept, and I want to present like this. Tonight we want to look at the face of Amir al-Mu'mineen. If we are able to see the face of Amir al-Mu'mineen, then we will see the ilm Adam in the face of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the azm Nuh in the face of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the hilm Ibrahim on the face of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Zuhd Isa. Let me recite and read this hadith from Holy Prophet. This is very famous. I remember I mentioned these kinds of hadith many times. This hadith is tonight, I want to refer, at least I want to give one reference. It is from Ahmad bin Hanbal, one of the greatest leaders and scholars and historians of Aimma of Ahl Sunnah, from his Musnad. He says, Holy Prophet of Islam said, Man arada an yanzura ila Nuhin fi fahmihi. Holy Prophet of Islam says, he who wants to see Nuh alayhi salam in his determination, in his azm, and who wants to see Adam alayhi salam in his knowledge, and who wants to see Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam in his hilm and patience and tolerance, and who he wants to see Nabi Musa in his intelligence and Nabi Isa in his religious devotion, zuhd, he should look at Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Quran Majid mentions 25 or 26 prophets with name in Quran. And the greatest Anbiya were Nabi Nuh, Nabi Ibrahim, Nabi Musa, Nabi Isa. And Quran Majid presents the faces of these prophets, these messengers. So we want to look at the face of Nabi Adam by Quran. What was the quality of Nabi Adam? There are similar, there are different and many verses in Quran. One of those verses says, Nabi Adam was taught by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He got knowledge. وَعَلَّمَ الْآدَمَ أَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives knowledge to Nabi Adam. It was his real quality. And this was the difference between him and angels. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks angels, can you answer my questions? They reply, no, we don't know more than what you have taught to us. Then Nabi Adam is presented because he was getting knowledge by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So his quality according to Quran, he got knowledge by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is a special quality of Nabi Nuh? His azm, his courage, and his power to stay on his purpose and aim. He spent more than 900 years as a messenger. His lifetime was more than 900. This was the time of period of just prophethood. and he struggled a lot. People were making fun of him. People were hurting him. But he stayed. He had azm, मुकम्मल इरादा, ऐसा मजबूत इरादा, ऐसी मजबूती की जिससे किसी तरह से वो हट नहीं सकते. तो हजरत the best quality, the main quality of Nabi Nuh according to Quran is his azm. And Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam, kana halimun awwah. Quran says he had hilm, tolerance, patience. Sometimes he starts arguing angels when they came informing about the azab and punishment to Qawm Lut, to nation of Lut, and he starts arguing, can it be delayed? He argues with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He had hilm. He was supposed to go in huge fire. He commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to try to slaughter his own young son. He left his family in a place without water, without any facility, only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is the best quality of Nabi Ibrahim? Hilm. Nabi Musa, what is the best quality of Nabi Musa according to Quran? Wa ila Musa fi fitnatihi. He had some special intelligence, hushyari, samajdari. He was wise. So he entered to family of Fir'aun by his intelligence, which was provided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the best quality of Nabi Musa according to Quran is his intelligence. And then Nabi Isa is famous for his zuhd, religious devotion. So Quran, this hadith says, if you want to look at all faces of Anbiya, if you want to see all teachings of all messengers in one face, try to look at the face of Ali ibn Abi Talib. So how can we look at Amirul Mu'minin tonight? He is not in front of us physically. So Alhamdulillah, after all enemies and all efforts which was tried by all enemies,